Don't scroll. Don't blink. Stay with me right now, because this is the final note you were meant to hear. If you leave now, you'll still feel the ache, but you'll miss the key. I'm not here by accident. Heaven doesn't do accidents. And tonight, heaven is quiet, but it's not empty. It's loaded. God didn't just send a blessing. He sent a message, hidden inside it. A note, with your name written on the front, and a key folded inside. But here's what breaks my heart. Most people will scroll past this moment. They'll miss the exact second their life was about to turn. You have less than 2 minutes to decide if you're one of them. Because what I'm about to show you doesn't wait. It doesn't repeat. And if you walk away now, you'll spend the next week wondering, was that my moment? Yes, it was. So whisper it right now. Just type it in the comments. I'm listening. Not for me. For your own spirit. Because in the next few minutes, I'm going to tell you what that key is. How you'll recognize it this week. And why God hid it inside the hardest season you've ever walked through. Stay with me, my child. Heaven sees you. And this note, it's been waiting for you since before you were born. You're tired, aren't you? Not just tired from the day. Tired in your bones, in your spirit. The kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix. I know, because I've watched you smile at people while your bank account was screaming. I've seen you nod politely when they ask how you're doing while inside. You're wondering if you'll make it through the month. Doctor visits, prescriptions with names you can't pronounce, waiting rooms that smell like fear and disinfectant. You know those rooms too well, don't you, my child? And then there's that empty chair, the one at the table. You don't set it anymore, but you still set it in your heart. Every single day, you've lost someone, or maybe you've lost everyone. And the loneliness isn't just quiet. It's loud. It screams in the middle of the night when you can't sleep. It sits next to you in the morning when the coffee tastes like nothing. You pray. You do. But then you second guess your own prayer. You wonder if God even heard it. You wonder if you said it right. You wonder if maybe you've been forgotten. And here's the part that breaks my heart most. You don't want to be a burden. So you suffer quietly. You carry it alone. You paste on a smile. You tell people you're fine. But you're not fine, my beloved child. You're exhausted. You're scared. You're wondering when it's your turn. When does the breakthrough come? When does the miracle knock on your door? And if your chest just tightened when I said final note, listen to me. That's not panic. That's not anxiety. That's recognition. Your spirit knows something your mind hasn't caught up to yet. Because the psalmist said it thousands of years ago. God is close to the brokenhearted. Not distant. Not distracted. Close. Right now. In this moment. Heaven has been watching you carry what you were never meant to carry, alone. And you know why it's been so heavy? It's not because you're forgotten. It's not because you did something wrong. It's because something is about to shift. A door is about to open that's been locked for years. A burden is about to lift that you've carried since you were young. A blessing is about to land that doesn't make sense on paper, but makes perfect sense in the spirit. You feel it, don't you? That strange pull, that quiet knowing. That's not hope lying to you, my child. That's heaven preparing you. Stay with me, because what I'm about to tell you next will explain why this season had to be so hard, and why the note God left for you was hidden until now. You're still here. That tells me something. Your spirit knew. It knew this wasn't random. Because, listen, my beloved child, what you called delay, heaven called protection. What you called rejection, heaven called redirection. And what you thought was punishment, that was preparation. Let me tell you something they don't preach anymore. God doesn't break you to destroy you. He refines you to position you. You think about Joseph, betrayed by his own blood, thrown in a pit, sold like cattle, locked in a prison for a crime he didn't commit. And every single year, he's thinking, God, where are you? But heaven was saying, not yet. He's not ready for the throne. Because the prison wasn't punishment. It was the classroom. The betrayal wasn't the end. It was the setup. And when Pharaoh finally called him up, Joseph didn't just survive. He ruled. You hear me? He ruled. Now let me ask you something. How many pits have you been in? How many times did people you loved walk away? How many doors slammed shut while you were still praying? You thought God forgot your name. But my child, He was carving it into something eternal. Think about David, the youngest, the forgotten one, out in the fields with the sheep while his brothers got the spotlight. And God sends the prophet to anoint a king, and everyone assumes it's the tall one, the strong one, the obvious one. But God says, no, bring me the one you left outside, the hidden one, because here's what heaven knows, that we forget the anointing comes in the wilderness. The power comes in the waiting. The authority comes when nobody's watching. David wasn't ready for Goliath in the palace. He was ready because of the lion he fought alone. You've been fighting lions, my child, in the dark, with no applause. And you thought that meant God wasn't with you. But that's where He does His deepest work. In God's economy, the last becomes first. The hidden becomes held. The broken becomes blessed. Your spirit has been recalibrated. Your discernment got sharper. Your yes got cleaner. Your tolerance for counterfeit got burned away. You're not the same person who entered that season. You've been refined, strengthened, positioned. And that's why the note God left you isn't just comfort. It's not just a hug from heaven. It's an instruction, a move, a key. Because the wilderness season is ending, and the door to your next chapter, it's already unlocked. But you have to know what you're walking into, and you have to know why you're finally ready. Stay with me, because what I'm about to show you next will make every single tear make sense. You think nobody saw, but God did. He saw what they did to you in the dark. He saw what they said when your back was turned. He saw what they withheld when you needed it most. Every word that cut you. Every door they slammed in your face. Every promise they broke while you were still believing. Heaven recorded it all. Not because God is angry, but because God is just. And tonight, my child, the verdict is being read. Listen closely. What was hidden will be revealed. What was stolen will be restored. What was delayed will be released. This isn't revenge. This is alignment. This isn't your hands. This is His. See, some people thought they could treat you any kind of way and walk off clean. They thought your silence was weakness. They thought your kindness was stupidity. They thought your patience meant you didn't notice. But heaven noticed. And here's what's happening right now. Whether you see it or not, those who dishonored you are losing their peace. Not because you cursed them, because they cursed themselves when they touched what God marked as sacred. They're waking up confused. They're losing sleep over decisions they can't explain. Doors that used to open for them are closing. And they don't know why. But you do. Because love doesn't mean unlimited access, my beloved. It never did. God is removing people from your life, not to punish them, but to protect you. Some folks lost their seat at your table because they lost respect for what God was doing in you. And that's not cruelty. That's holiness. Boundaries aren't walls. They're altars. And God is teaching you, right now, how to guard what's sacred. But here's the part that's going to shock you. The real surprise isn't what's happening to them. It's what God is about to do for you. Because while they were talking, God was working. While they were scheming, heaven was planning. While you were weeping in secret, God was writing your name on a blessing they'll never understand. And it's coming. Not someday. Soon. See, justice in the kingdom doesn't look like destruction. It looks like elevation. God doesn't need to tear them down. He just lifts you up so high they can't reach you anymore. And when you rise, oh my child, when you rise, they'll finally see what they lost. Not because you rubbed it in their face, but because your light will be undeniable. The same people who ignored you will be the first ones watching. The same ones who doubted you will be the first ones talking. But by then, you'll be so far into your new season, their opinions won't even register. Because God is about to do something so specific, so sudden, so undeniably divine, that everyone, including you, will know it came from His hand. Not luck, not timing, not coincidence. Him. And the key to all of it? It's in that note, the one heaven left for you. Stay with me, because I'm about to tell you what it says. Listen close now, my child. Because what I'm about to tell you, most people never hear it. Not because God didn't say it, but because they scrolled too soon. This note God left for you, it's not vague. It's not general. It's specific, with your name on it. And here's the part that'll make your heart skip. The blessing he's sending doesn't come alone. It comes with a message folded inside, a key. And if you miss the message, you'll miss what the blessing was trying to unlock. Let me paint the picture for you. Sometimes it looks small, like a door you weren't even looking for, an unexpected credit in your account, a bill that suddenly gets resolved, a phone call out of nowhere, a letter you weren't expecting, an approval that makes no sense on paper. And you'll think, that's weird, but heaven whispers, that's the signal. See, my beloved, the key is not the amount. The key is the instruction hidden inside the moment. Let me give you examples so you don't miss it. You keep seeing the same number over and over. That's not coincidence. That's God saying, pray right now. Act right now. Or maybe it's a person. Someone says one sentence to you, just one, and suddenly peace floods your chest like warm light. That sentence? That was your key. Or maybe it's a sudden calm that drops over your spirit in the middle of worry, and something inside you says, don't chase this. Wait. That's not fear talking. That's the voice of heaven, redirecting your feet. The scripture says it plain. My peace I leave with you. My peace I give you. John 14:27. Peace is your confirmation, child. When God is in it, there's a calm, even in the storm. And Romans 8:28 promised you this, that God is working all things together for your good. Even the mess, even the delay, even the betrayal. He's been folding the message into the miracle the whole time. But here's where people get tripped up. They see the small door and they ignore it. They say, that can't be God, it's too small. Or they see the calm and they fight it. They say, I need to do something, I can't just wait. But God is saying, the instruction is in the pause. The instruction is in the small thing. The instruction is in the peace I just gave you. My child, you've been asking for breakthrough, and it's coming. But it's not coming loud. It's coming quiet, like a note slipped under your door while you were sleeping. And when you open it, you'll see. He's been answering you all along. You just didn't know how to read the handwriting yet. Now, before we go any further, I'm going to give you 3 checks. 3 ways to know if it's really God speaking, so you don't get fooled by fear or flesh or the enemy trying to mimic heaven's voice. Stay with me, because what comes next will change how you hear God for the rest of your life. Now listen close, my child, because what I'm about to tell you is how you walk into this new season without tripping over the old one. Heaven didn't bring you this far to watch you stumble at the threshold. So here's what you do. Step 1, stay quiet. Stay covered. Not everyone gets a front row seat to your miracle. You hear me? Some people don't need to know what God just unlocked for you. They don't need to know about the check that's coming, the appointment you made, the door that's about to open. Silence is not secrecy, it's strategy. It's wisdom, because loose lips invite loose spirits, and you don't need anyone's doubt sitting on top of your blessing. Step 2, 1 brave obedience. Just 1, not 10. Not a whole revolution. 1 phone call, 1 appointment, 1 application you've been putting off, 1 apology you've been holding back, 1 boundary you've been too afraid to set. My beloved, you're not too old to be obedient. You're not too tired to take 1 step. And that 1 step, it's the hinge the whole door swings on. Maybe it's calling about your benefits. Maybe it's asking your doctor that question you've been scared to ask. Maybe it's reaching out for help without shame. Do it this week. 1 brave thing. Step 3, replace panic with process. You don't need more anxiety, child. You need a plan. A simple one. Write it down. Health, what do I need to handle? Bills, what needs attention? Relationships, who do I need to talk to? Forgive or let go. 3 categories. 3 actions. That's it. You're not climbing a mountain. You're taking the next right step, and God meets you there. Step 4, protection prayer. Every morning, before your feet hit the floor, you say this: Lord, Guard my mind. Guard my home. Guard my sleep. Let no weapon formed against me prosper. Let Michael stand as a shield around my spirit. You don't have to be fancy. You don't have to be loud. Just consistent. Because the enemy doesn't fear your perfection. He fears your persistence. Step 5. Release the old cycle. Forgiveness is not approval, my child. It's release. You're not saying what they did was okay. You're saying you're not dragging it into your new chapter. You're not carrying last year's betrayal into this year's breakthrough. Let it go. Not for them. For you. And here's how you'll know you're moving right. Ask yourself 3 questions. Is it peaceful? Is it wise? Does it line up with Scripture's fruit: love, sound mind, clarity? If the answer is no, don't move. If the answer is yes, don't wait. My beloved child, you are not confused anymore. You are not abandoned. You are not forgotten. Heaven has cleared the path. Michael stands behind you. Jesus walks beside you. And the note, the one with your name on it, is unfolding in real time. This is your week. This is your turn. And you will not miss it. My beloved child, we're almost at the end. But this isn't where the story closes. This is where it cracks wide open. Because there's something I haven't told you yet. Something that changes everything. The note God left for you, it has a date on it. A window. And that window is opening right now. Quietly. Softly. Like the first light breaking through a curtain you thought would never move. But here's what you need to understand. It won't stay open forever. This isn't a threat. It's the way heaven works. There are moments when the veil gets thin. When the door between where you are and where you're meant to be swings open just wide enough for you to step through. And my child, you're standing in that moment right now. The sign won't be loud. It won't be fireworks. It'll be clean. It'll feel like peace, like a sudden exhale after holding your breath for years. You'll wake up one morning this week and something inside you will feel different, lighter, dimes, and you'll know that the key turned, that the door moved, that heaven heard you. But listen to me carefully. You are not late. You are not forgotten. You are not wandering in the dark, hoping someone notices. You are being escorted, right now, by forces you cannot see but have always felt. Angels that have been walking beside you through every hospital room, every sleepless night, every bill you couldn't pay, every betrayal that left you gasping. They didn't leave. They were positioning you. And now, my child, it's time. So if this message is for you, and you know it is, type these words in the comments. I am ready to receive. Not because I need to see it, because your spirit needs to hear it. Because when you declare it, heaven moves. And share this with one person. Just one. Someone who's been carrying too much alone. Because sometimes deliverance doesn't come through a sermon. It comes through a friend who says, "Watch this. This is for you." And subscribe. Stay connected. Because the next message I'm bringing you is about what to do when the door opens. How to walk through it without fear. How to stop sabotaging the very thing you've been praying for. How to recognize the blessing when it's dressed in work clothes and doesn't look like you imagined. My child, don't blink this week. The note is already in motion. The key is already turning. And the door? It's closer than you think. Heaven sees you. Heaven knows your name. And this time, you're not going to miss it.